we're all minorities here in some way or another. How was it being gay in your community? Do you guys get stigmatized in a negative way, positive way, or anything like that?
Are you asking in terms of like religion or
religion,
race,
and so on and so
all
forth?
of the above.
I don't know. I've never really had an issue with anything. Well, that's not totally true, but my family's always been very accepting. I've never actually sat down and had a conversation with them and said, hey, you know, I'm gay. I also know my parents are the opposite of stupid, and you know, they know. They've said things to me, and you know, it is what it is.
Like your mom's like,
guys
girl.
home?
Say that again?
Have you like brought guys home at all, or?
To their house when I lived there, I have. But
So
I
like
think,
they know, you just haven't really talked.
right, we just haven't had
Mutual understanding.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you gay, girl.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Right, honey?
So like, are they uncomfortable when the topic comes up? Does it ever?
Are they uncomfortable or am I?
Both.
Ironically, I get more uncomfortable when it's brought up in any way. They don't really
Understandable.
care. My dad actually recently made a comment to me, you know, and he just said, love whoever you want, do whatever you want, whatever. We just want grandkids. Let's get this fucking show on the
That's
road.
how honestly.
Yeah.
That's how I am too. If I had a gay son, like at first I'd definitely be like pissed. I'm not gonna lie, but then after I'll just tell
But
him like,
why would you be pissed?
because I want to have grandchildren.
But you can still have grandkids
But
with your gay
let me
baby.
finish my thing before you
shit.
jump in on me. Let me
No.
finish my thing. Boom. Fall back. No, but I would definitely want to have grandchildren. That's my main thing. I would definitely want to have grandchildren. I just tell them to be, or her. I'll tell them to be healthy because like I have cousins that are gay, and then I have one of my little cousins. She came out as being gay, and then she became straight. So like I think my family like kind of pressured her. So that's why. So like I feel bad for her. So that's why I wouldn't want to put my kid in that sort of situation.
I've seen a lot of situations
Well, you
like
know what I
that.
mean. So like I already know how it is. So like that's why I just my main thing would be like I want to have I want to see my kids have grandchildren or have kids so I can be a grandfather and so on and so forth.
You know,
That'd be my main thing.
I feel my mother was the exact same way. She never expected me to come out as bisexual, but I've always, even though came out as bisexual, I've always had the plan of having 2 children when I turn 30.
Yeah. And do you guys all plan on having kids here?
Yes.
How about a relationship first?
Well,
Thank you.
Touche.
Yeah, because those are hard as fuck to come by. Wait, am I allowed to say fuck? I keep saying it. I'm sorry.
you said
Okay.
it 2 or 3 more times, so you might as well just roll with the punches.
Well, fuck it.
Fuck it.
But
I want to actually step back really quick because I think having children with the expectation that you're going to get grandchildren kind of has a little bit of an air of selfishness to it.
I mean,
You know,
how-
it's like you should be giving life
we
to
like you
further
said, I heard everybody
their
say we're
life, and if
animal-
kids aren't in their future, I mean, they could be straight and still not want kids.
yeah.
So I don't think saying that because they're gay that plays into that is a direct correlation.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but I just feel like my culture, my family culture, we're big on having family and like passing on our like traditions and legacies and so on and so
Because
forth.
you were raised that way.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it's my like I said, my culture. So
But
that's
at
You're
why.
preaching to the choir
but
here,
at the
like,
same
my
time,
family's the
many,
exact same way.
many
Like, we
people
multiply like
are
rabbits.
raised in that way, but the progeny may not want to have kids in that aspect,
Yeah,
and
but
that's exactly what he's trying to say.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I think what I would hopefully instill in my kids, like even though that if they were gay or not, I think they would kind of understand. Like I would want to have a legacy.
But how would you feel if your kid didn't want to have kids and wanted to just?
I'd definitely be pissed. I'd be very pissed.
give me babies.
Okay.
How mad would you be?
What if they were straight
And
they
didn't want to have kids.
I'd be pissed. I'd still be pissed. Like it's not like I wouldn't care about gay or
But you
straight.
don't-
I want to have like.
Still, I think it's
But you
a
don't think that
pertinent
they should be
question.
living their own lives and choosing their own destinies?
Yeah, but
Either way,
I think
pissed.
I guess in some I guess
sounds like
yeah, I
you'd be
get that
upset.
part, but I guess I'm traditional in that
That's
aspect
what I'm
where it's
getting.
like I want to have grandkids. I want my family's legacy to go
But I
on.
think
I'm the
therein
last
lies
Monteiro in my family, so I want my last name to go on more. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
you may be pissed in that aspect, but would you still understand and respect and love the fact
Yeah,
and the
I would,
choice
like-
that they've decided?
Yeah, like my mother right now, like my parents, they want me to have like not have kids, but like my family's like, oh, when are you gonna have kids? But like, they
But do
know
you
I'm-
also see how being a gay isn't a factor in that?
What do you mean?
Your sexual orientation has
Your sexual
no
has
difference
no
on
difference on
whether
whether or not
you
you're
want to
gonna
have
have
kids or
kids.
not.
I know, but I'm talking on the traditional aspect. That's
Right.
why.
Well, I'm saying I wasn't even talking about sexual preference. I was just wondering if you would respect the decision that they have for wanting to not
Honestly,
have kids.
I would be disappointed. I already answered that question. I would be disappointed. Truthfully.
Do you think that this is a common sentiment amongst many straight couples?
What?
Would you let your kid know that you were disappointed in them?
Not I wouldn't be. I shouldn't say disappointed, like you said. That's a bad choice of word. I'd be pissed, like I'd be mad. Honestly, I wouldn't be
But would
disappointed.
you let your child know
I
Or
know.
you're
I know.
adult
I was
child.
old enough.
I was always
Would you
angry
say
with.
I'm disappointed with
I'd be
you?
like, honestly, I always envisioned you guys on having kids. It would be like, say if I did something bad, like how my
yeah,
dad.
but how do you think that makes that person feel?
I was always
an
more
adult.
I get
upset
it,
with
but
my
you're an
mother
adult.
whether
You
she
can-
was
you can accept
disappointed
it.
in
nobody
me rather
wants
than
nobody wants their
being
father to be
angry.
disappointed in
True,
their
but
child.
I think this, like
I
was trying to
think
say,
about it. Like
I
if
know what
your
you're saying,
dad,
yeah.
if your dad
Pressing
turns to
all
you and
the
said,
buttons.
you know, I'm
This is
disappointed
turning
with
into
you
bad
in the
girl
life
squad.
choice that you made, wouldn't that kind of fuck you up a little bit?
Yeah, it pissed me up.
But,
I mean,
like,
gets me pissed off.
so
yeah.
backpedaling, like,
That's
do you
why I
think
agree
that
with
this
you said.
is-
It's a poor choice.
Yeah,
poor choice of
it's
words.
just.
Do you think that this is something that many straight people encounter or think about?
What?
Like, is it really that expected that
Yes.
everyone is going to multiply and have kids?
Yes.
That
Amongst straight
bloodline
couples?
is
The
going to
American dream,
continue.
I
girl.
mean, honestly, for me and
Is
my
that like a
my
pressure
family-
on you guys that
It's
we
not
may
a
not
for me.
normally
Honestly, it's
feel?
not a pressure. It's an honor. honestly, it's like my.
It's an
Okay,
honor to continue
true.
the
Welcome
bloodline.
to my Caucasian
truthfully, it would be an
Because
honor.
I know for a fact
I was just
when,
gonna say,
when I came
this is
out,
all about the
I remember
Caucasian
that my
family.
mom did actually bring that up at one point. The fact that I may not have kids, and somehow my being gay was a deterrent to that.
I mean,
So, I'm just-
to each their own. I'm not gonna say, but me personally, since my kid is, I would raise my kid. I would try to set some sort of like thing in his head where I would want them to. Even if I had a daughter, I would want my daughter the same thing. I would want her to have a child at least. You know what I mean? Because that's my legacy. So on and so forth.
So let me
That's
just
what it boils down
let me,
to, truthfully.
Let
We
me
went way
s-
out
tell you,
there.
like for me, at 42, listening to what you're saying, it's really affecting me because all of my life, all I've ever wanted to do was create a family, and I
You still
suffer.
could, though.
And I, granted, yeah, of course, but I don't have a partner, and I'm in a position where I don't want to be that old dad. But I've also like I grew up wanting, and I don't want to cry, but to be honest with you, like it's really sensitive subject for me. So I'm gonna keep it together.
It's cool. You're really sexy, so you can cry.
So, so okay,
I'm just
so
saying.
so okay. So for me, for what you're saying is really affecting me because growing up, all I ever wanted to do was create a family. And yes, I can't. I don't have a partner now. I'm 42. I want that dream, but right now it's not a possibility for me. And continuing that legacy, like you say, and the name, the family name. I'm watching my family have children and my brother having children. It's killing me. Like I want that, but it's not in my realm of possibility right now. But
And you can't lie that, I mean,
But to hear you say that you would be disappointed, like all I've done all my life was feel like a disappointment to my father because I don't have a family and I haven't created that. So that's a lot of fucking pressure to put on
I guess that's
your child. Just keep that in mind because
respect that.
because I still dream of that and I want that, but that's so much pressure that I'm already taking on for myself to create that world and like I feel like I was put on this planet to create and to procreate and to have a family, and the fact that it's not happening at my age is really upsetting to me. And so when you say those things, it's really hurtful for me. I'm taking on. I'm like this. I'm digging it. I'm going.
Sensitive Sally.
I'm going inside because it's a subject that I've been battling with for so long.
Have you ever
And
tried surrogacy?
I'm in no place right now in my
But you
life
have this lovely Caucasian
do-
home.
you had to make it white.
Just know that that's a lot of pressure to put on a child to want those things.
I get it.
Those things.
I know what you're
and
saying.
like I want it. Don't get me wrong. I want it.
I get what you're saying. Like he shouldn't put the pressure on his kids because then they'll have the same pressure.
I want that, and I know my dad.
Got it.
And I-
Tequila,
and I know
sorry.
my father
Ding, ding, ding.
Come on, get
would
together,
have
Kate.
wanted that for me too.
You don't
But
tell me
like
shit,
it's something that
Gary.
I dream about.
I respect that. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but that's your opinion. I mean, that's your feeling.
No, I'm just
so
saying what you're
I respect
saying
that.
is hitting home to me. That's all.
He just wants you to look at it from his
my
perspective
perspective.
because everyone's perception of reality is completely different.
Like I want the same thing that you're saying, but it's just not happening for me right now, and it's really frustrating. So that's all.
What's so funny over there?
What's
That
the
was
next
gross. That's
question?
what's funny. No, the question we were over here, and it said, "What about coming?"